Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. I thought it was important to do a post-marathon video for several reasons. One, for my memories. Two, to help anyone that has entered the ballot or is going to run for charity. Firstly, go you. Super proud of you. You've got this. Just to show you all the things I did wrong. Anything I could improve on, and just to document it, because I'm going on a journey, guys. Like, I'm going on a journey, so I can look back at this and yeah, just see how far I've grown. Marathon was 3 weeks ago yesterday. I don't know where the time's gone, like it was crazy. So a few short, sharp answers in case you can't bother to watch the whole video, but please do. And also, if you're new here, I'd really appreciate you subscribing. I love making these videos, so yeah, it's really nice every time you get one more subscriber and a like on your video. Did I have the best time ever? Yes. Was it difficult? Yeah, yes it was, but it was difficult in different ways to what I thought it was going to be. Would I do a marathon again? Absolutely. And did it all go to plan? No, it did not. No, it did not. So I'm going to just talk about it all. I have written notes because I'm pretty sure I've got undiagnosed ADHD, and I do go off on a tangent. So just to bring myself along, if I look down, it's because I'm looking at my notes. Okay, it didn't go to plan from the beginning. So I found out that I had a place with a charity, and literally around the same sort of time I found out something quite traumatic that's really impacted my family for the last 12 months. I also have, my eldest son has ADHD and currently being assessed for autism, ASD. So he's needed a lot more of my attention than he had previously in regards to schooling. I part-time homeschooled from September till December. I've had to go up to the school most days. And it always seemed to be when I was about to go on my long run, like half an hour before I'd have eaten, I was digesting, I'm like, right, you've got half an hour to get your clothes on, to warm up, and you're out the door, and then the phone would ring and I'd need to go up to school, which is fine. Like, being a mum comes absolutely first, and this is why I documented my journey, so that other mums, other people that are working, that have commitments, they're not influencers, that are not full-time doing this, can see that they can achieve it. And just to remind you all, in January, at the start of my 16-week training, I was struggling to finish a 5k without walking. And I completed a marathon. So 16 weeks, I went from 5k to 42k. So the training, my training was a 16-week plan. It started just after Christmas. And again, unfortunately, due to children's sickness, due to the additional needs of my older son, myself getting sick, I needed more than 16 weeks. And I wish I'd taken that 16-week plan and started it at like 20 weeks or 18 weeks early. So anyone else that's got work commitments, that's got children, especially training over the winter season, like there's so many coughs, colds, sickness bugs that go around, just allow yourself those extra weeks. 16 weeks, I've completed a marathon. You can do it. But just anyone that has a busy life and things come up, it's life, just allow yourself an extra 2, 3, 4 weeks, so that if you do have to skip runs, which I did, and you have to juggle things around, you've just got that little bit of a cushion to kind of fall back on. Because I feel like if I'd had a couple of extra weeks to do a couple more long runs, I would have done a hell of a lot better. Not that it matters, it's not about the finish time, it's about the finish line, and I made it. So on the day, I got to the train station, my watch broke, my 3 trains in a row got delayed, but everything that went wrong, I truly believe happened for a reason. And I met the loveliest girl in my area, and she was with her mum and dad, and I ended up getting the train with them. And do you know what? Having someone to talk to just super calmed my nerves. We were in the same start colour, we were in the same start wave. Wave 18 in the blue, I was the last blooming wave to go as well. Like, I get that they have to set the fast people off first, because otherwise you'd catch up with the slow people and it'd just be a car crash. But I feel like putting the people at the back that work really, really hard to raise the money for charity, and they need that motivation more, like to send them through last when the crowds are starting to disperse, it's not fair. I mean, I was really lucky. I did get all of the crowd atmosphere, but the people behind, we'll go into that another time. That's just something that one negative from it. Anyhow, I then saw some of my clients going into the start as well, which was really nice, familiar faces. We got started. I felt so good. I didn't go out fast. And I saw a few people do that. I really had that in my head. Don't go out too fast, don't go out too fast, don't go out too fast. And I saw some people that went whizzing ahead, and like by mile 2, mile 3, they were puffing, and I thought, oh my gosh, you've got so far to go. So yeah, it felt really, really good. I saw my family at like mile 6.5, 7. That was emotional. Seeing my kids, seeing my family, my partner, and they'd made me a banner, and at the bottom of it said, "You're my sunshine," which has been me and my eldest son's little thing. My little 3-year-old was going, "Go mummy, go." Yeah, it was amazing. That was great, felt really good. Carried on, and it was just before mile 9. I kept seeing, because they've got toilets every mile, by the way, because that's a question I've got asked a lot. Do they have toilets? They've got them every mile, and I think it used to be every 2 miles. The queues aren't great, but what would you expect when you've got 45,000 or 50,000 people running? But I kept seeing people stop for the toilet, and I think something got in my head, and this is something I did not prepare for at all, because I hadn't thought about this. The only thing I'd thought about was, am I going to shit myself? I didn't think about queuing for the toilets at all. So I just suddenly was like, I need to go to the toilet. I didn't need to go to the toilet at all. It was like I saw everyone going and I panicked. So at mile 9, or just after, I think mile 9.5 or something like that, I stood and queued for the toilet for like 15-20 minutes. I then went into the toilet cubicle, and it's obviously a big plastic portaloo. The sun was beaming down. It was so hot. And when I came out of that cubicle, I was really overheating, and I was like, I can't run, like I'm really hot. And obviously I've been standing there for like 15-20 minutes. It was really hot, so I was like, right, let's just have like a minute walk, regroup, and we'll start running. That's exactly what I did, and I felt better, and I was like, right, we've got this. We're like a third of the way there, we're loving life. Anyway, I started running, and the pain I felt after about 20 seconds in my right foot, I've never felt pain like it. Like, give me childbirth any day. And it was really, really painful. So I stopped and walked a little bit, and then I started running, and I was like, oh my God, how am I going to run another 17 miles on this foot? Like, I genuinely didn't know how I was going to do it. And this is where the everything happens for a reason thing comes into play. Now, I'm a resilient person. I'm a very resilient person. You can't tell me I'm not going to do something. I'm going to do it. I'm a stubborn person. So I knew I'd get to the end, but I thought, you know what, the fun's over, this isn't going to be good. I met the most lovely, lovely people. Some of them are crash and burned. Some of them had blisters. Some of them were in pain. Some of them hadn't managed to do their training. And we talked. We spoke about life. We spoke about our family. We spoke about what charities we're in. Sometimes we didn't do anything. Sometimes we just ran next to each other, but we knew we were there for each other. It was especially 2 girls that I really connected with, and we're talking about doing another run together. But I met the most amazing people along the route, and you'll see that from my marathon video, like random people in it, people cheering at the side of the street, musicians, like we sung together, we danced. Every time I saw someone, I hugged them. It was great. So I think I got to about mile 11, 12, and I saw one of my best friends at the side of the road with her daughter, and I had done another mistake, guys. You get told, do not change anything on a marathon day. Well, I tried all my outfit on, and I'd been training in a vest, hydration vest, and it covered up my name, it covered up my charity, and I was like, no, I don't want this. So I went 2 days before the marathon and bought a what's it called? You know, like the bum bags, but it was like a running bum bag. Put that in. My God, it was the most painful thing ever. Where I had 2 phones in, because I was paranoid about my phone dying, a battery pack, about 20 million gels, because you know, I was paranoid about that, jelly babies, what else did I have in there? Headphones that I didn't even use. I had so much stuff. It was killing my back. I took it off and ran with it over my shoulder, and one of the angels that I was running with went, just ditch it. And I saw my friend, and I took everything out. I had a phone down here, gels down here, gels in my trousers, Like I literally just put everything in me, like spread it out and just dumped because I didn't want to throw it on the floor. I dumped it with her and I just said, you can chuck it, it's fine. And after that, it was like a weight had been lifted. Oh my gosh, I feel like I need to quickly insert this. So I decided to take a holiday a week before the marathon, and I needed it. Like I said, we had quite a lot of trauma in the last 12 months for our little family, and it just seemed like the right time, a week before the marathon, obvs. So 8 days before the marathon, we fly home. That night, my 3-year-old was throwing up on me. So I didn't have any sleep because I was up with him. Then the Sunday into the Monday, my eldest son then got the sickness bug. So I was up all night, cleaning sick at 3 o'clock in the morning off the floor because he didn't make it to the toilet, all that stuff. The next day, I then got the sickness bug. So Tuesday, T-minus 5 days till marathon, or 4 days, I'm throwing up. And I'm meant to be carb loading. And so Tuesday and the Wednesday, I couldn't keep any food down. And then on the Thursday, I woke up with the most sore throat, felt a bit chesty, but I just thought, oh, it's because I've been sick. It turns out I actually had a chest infection. So my carb loading didn't go great, and I was so ill, like literally the week leading up to the marathon. But as I say later on in this vlog, I am one stubborn, resilient person, like nothing was going to stop me. So yes, I had the best time running around with my little angels that I'd made friends with, meeting people along the way, and at the end, I saw my family and I burst into tears. My eldest son jumped over the barrier, come and hugged me, grabbed my hand and ran the last 400 metres with me across the finish line. Now, if I'd been an hour and a half ahead, 2 hours ahead, what I was predicted, it would have been far too busy and that moment wouldn't have happened. Now, that is a memory that is going to serve me for the rest of my life. It is going to hopefully stay with him as he's 10, but he'll be able to look back on it and he's done something amazing. So yeah, it was a meant to be moment. Training wise, did I do enough? No, but I did as much as I could do given the circumstances of having a toddler and a SEND child, running my businesses. I did as much as I could. I was happy with that, but I would like to try it again and have more time. So my eldest son, not this September, next September goes to senior school, and at the same time my youngest child will be in reception at school. So I will have more time to work my businesses around training, and I think that will be my year to go for it. Although I'm so tempted to do next year, I think I'm actually just going to volunteer and be one of those people that help the marathon actually run. What's next? So I've entered a 10k in October, but that feels like so far away. So I think I'm going to enter another race. I'm also going to do some open water swimming this summer. I went and watched my dad and my brother do an open water swim this weekend gone, and there was a triathlon happening at the same time, and that's got my name all over it. I wanted to do a triathlon before I was 35. I'm 36 literally in a month, and COVID happened. I got pregnant during COVID. I also am not meant to have babies, so I was very, very ill. Bleeding for 5 months, had to have an operation, and I still have about 3 stone worth of baby weight on. Not that I care about the scales, but I'm not where I need to be to do that. And so I changed it. I was like, right, I'm going to do a marathon before I'm 40. But then I'm like, I'm 36 in June. Why have I got to wait 4 years? Like, after doing that marathon, I am so blessed and grateful for my body and how it allows me to move. I'm so grateful for my mind. Like, my mind, I knew I was very strong-willed. I knew that I was very, very, very strong-willed, but this really proved to me to run 17 miles on what appears to have been a stress fracture and get through it. I mean, the funniest thing is that when I crossed the line, the first thing I said to the girl next to me, I was like, please undo my bra. Being big busted, I had a sports actual bra, then a crop top, and then my top, just to hold everything in, and my shoulders, where they had so much on, were just in agony. And she was like, your back's all cut. So I had a big cut down my back where my bra thing had come out and scraped it, and I had blood on my back. Took my shoes off when I got home. Every single toe underneath had a blister, in between each toe had a blister, on the balls, the back, like my whole back of one of my feet is like brand new fresh skin. But because my foot was so painful, I didn't feel any of that, so that's great. The next day was painful to walk. But the day after that, Tuesday, I woke up and I just felt like I'd done a gym session. I was good to go, apart from my right foot. My right foot, I mean, even now, 3 weeks later, I have been running on it, but I've been doing much shorter distances and much slower. It is still sore, but it's making huge progress. But yeah, in terms of my body aching, 48 hours later, I was fine. Which I was so shocked about. Overall, it was like the best experience ever, and I highly recommend anyone to do it. And I know someone that's not a runner is going to be like, well, I can't do it. Yeah, you can. There was people that finished in like 15 hours and they made it to the end. Like 1% of the population will complete a marathon in their life, and I am one of these people that I always say, like, I've not been put on this planet to be mediocre. We get one life, and I want to wake up every day and be grateful. I want to wake up every day and do better and be a better person. So if I can encourage anyone that is a normal person, that is a bit overweight like me, that is a mum, that is trying to juggle life, just go and do it. It will be the best thing, and you will feel absolutely unstoppable after. It's not just that, it's the crowds of people around and the people you're running with, like the stories and what they've been through, and it's just like, it is incredible. Until you do it, you won't get it. But yeah, I highly recommend it to you. I hope, hold on, I haven't even looked at my notes once. I've literally just been rabbiting on. So this is what I've written down, right? Training longer, I think I covered that. Wearing new things, we covered that, yeah? Toilet, yeah, we totally spoke about that. Gait and shoes. So basically, I never had my feet analysed. I ran in a 35-pound pair of Nike shoes. Got me to the end, it's fine. But I think actually, again, especially if I do it again, I'd get my feet and my running analysed and just pick a pair of shoes that were probably more suited for it. All happened as it was meant to, 100%. I've also written weight, and this is something I don't want to touch on because I don't believe you should let your weight stop you. Like, you shouldn't wait till you're a certain size or a certain weight or a certain ability to do something, because then you're just never going to do it, because you'll always keep moving that goalpost. But I think I expected to lose more weight whilst marathon training, but you have to fuel for these long runs. And having PCOS and endo, it makes it harder to lose weight anyway. But I think I would have tried to have got a little bit lower in weight prior to it, just so that my body wasn't carrying as much weight. I was very lucky that I only had a foot injury, and I just wouldn't want to have lifted my foot up, like you can see it then. My goals: triathlon, got a 10k run booked in, and most importantly, I want to get faster. I want to be speedy. I want to be fast. I want to run far, slowly. I want to lift heavy. Just basically want to do it all. And I really believe the sky's the limit. So if you want to come on my fitness journey with me, I would love to have you here. If you've made it this far, well done, because I don't even know what I've said. I hope you enjoyed Story Time with Jen. Have a good day. Bye.